This is really annoying. I curled like one piece of hair and it just sticks out like a sore thumbnail. I'm sorry, you have to deal with it too. It looks atrocious. Hello, it's me, Leonie. Are you sick of me yet? I feel like I'm uploading too much. Okay, so here I am, back again. Guess who's back? Call a friend. BTS released BE, their new album. Right there. I pre-ordered that and it came like 4 days after. You should have seen me those 3 days when I didn't get my pre-order. I was like, should I just go to the shops and buy a copy? But no, it arrived and I am very, very happy with it. BTS has consumed me. I have been consumed by BTS. I don't know who I am anymore. What is my identity? Who am I? It's been a nice distraction. It's been something that has helped me distract myself from what I would normally be feeling, which is a lot of anxiety and a lot of depression. So thank you, BTS. I am pretty sure that the low will hit me soon because there's always a high and then comes a low, but we'll deal with that when that comes. So I wanted to do a little review of my first BTS album, the first physical album that I've purchased since I was like in high school. Like, who buys albums and physical CDs these days? I don't even have a CD player, but I went ahead and bought BE. So I'm really, what's the word? Satisfied. Yeah, I'm really satisfied with the purchase. When I found out that it was like $100 for an album, I was like, what? But now that I have received it and I've seen the production quality and what it comes with, like, I can understand why it was $100. It comes with so much stuff, so much personal stuff, and that's what I think really differentiates this to a lot of Western artists and their albums, which is usually just like a CD in a plastic casing with a really flimsy booklet. But yeah, the whole packaging and the way that it's delivered to you, I feel like it makes you feel like you're a part of the album, and I think that's what they do so well. I think that's what BTS does so well, and I'm sure many K-pop artists as well. The packaging is really nice. It's white, so I was really afraid to touch it without clean hands. There's just so much to go through. I will do a quick montage of what it came with. Cue the montage. So I think my favorite thing that came with this album is the notebook. So you get to see the notes that they made during the album making process. It feels very personal. If only I could speed up my brain to learn Korean. I'm starting, but I think it's going to take me a while to grasp the basics of Korean. And of course, I really like the photo book. I think there's a lot of creativity that went into this, so that's why I'm just super happy with the whole thing. And I think it's a really good first album for me because it's their most personal. Everything's in their handwriting, which is really nice. I want to quickly go through the track list and just give my thoughts on each song and the album overall. Life Goes On, the title track. I think it's a really relevant song for the current situation that the world is in at the moment, what with the pandemic. It really describes what we're going through, reflecting on past times and hoping for what the future will be. And I think I really love the message of the song that, you know, despite everything, life goes on, so you kind of have to make the most of what you have now. So yeah, I think it's a really fitting song to be their title track and to bless the world with. Fly to My Room. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this was probably the first song on the album that I immediately took to, and I replayed it a bunch of times. I like that it's a fun and bouncy song that you can kind of like groove to, but the messaging is really relatable. The lyrics are really relatable. I think my favorite lyric is, sometimes we get to know broken is beautiful. Like, oh, when Jimin sang that, my heart was just like, Jimin. I don't know if you can tell, but Jimin is my bias. I thought it was Sugar, but then Jimin, man. Oh, okay. Blue and Grey. I believe this was meant to be V's solo song on his mixtape, and we heard a little bit of it in the soup, but I'm really glad that they put this on the album. I feel like if this song came out last year when I was feeling the most down and depressed and anxious and really existential, I think I would have replayed this non-stop. I think this would have been my like, I'm crying in the car somewhere in the forest trying to figure out life kind of song. When I read the lyrics to it, it just really hit me hard. I think this is a song that I could really relate to in different circumstances and probably still relate to, because it talks about, you know, the blue question mark above the head, depression, anxiety, loneliness, and just knowing that this was meant to be V's song on his mixtape makes me feel like, oh, V, I hope you're okay. I hope you're okay, Kim Taeyoung. But you know, I'm glad that they felt that they could share such a vulnerable song with the world, and hopefully it helps many people out there to know that they're not alone, because there's a lot of people feeling the same things. Skit. They've done this quite a bit in the previous albums where they have a skit, but I really liked this, just to see their reaction, to hear their reaction to becoming Billboard #1 artists. I love Sugar's reaction the most, I think, when he came in late and he was like, oh, I'm sorry, the Billboard #1 singer has arrived late. I just thought it was really touching that they shared this special moment with ARMY. Telepathy? I spent a while with my friends trying to figure out the correct way to pronounce Telepathy. A fun retro disco pop track. This was another song that I immediately gravitated towards, and I think happy, fun songs are reflective of my mental state these days. I have been feeling a lot more happier than usual, and I think I do have BTS to thank for that. They've been a very nice distraction from the feelings that I would normally be feeling. I like that it's a song for ARMY, and the idea that BTS have this telepathic, no, not telepathetic. They have a telepathic connection with ARMY and ARMY to them. Dis-ease or disease. This is not generally my kind of genre. It's very old school hip hop, which they've done a lot of in the past. So it took me a few listens to really get into it. But I think it's a very clever song, and I like that there's a lot of wordplay with the title disease, dis-ease, and that it kind of reflects not only, you know, the obvious disease, COVID, but the many like mental hardships that a lot of people have. So I think it's a very clever song. Stay. So this is meant to be, I think, Jungkook's song on his mixtape, and I can really tell that it is his song because it really lends to his style and his voice. But I really appreciate that Jin and RM are on this track. I think it's really cute having like the youngest and the oldest and the leader in one track. It's a very sweet song, and I think it's a really good song to end the album with, because all the songs prior to this were a bit more serious and about the pandemic, about society, about depression and anxiety. So I think this was a really nice, sweet song to end the album with. It's a very nice dance track, which I really enjoy. And then of course there's Dynamite. I don't even know if there's anything I can say about Dynamite. I mean, it's like the #1 Billboard song. Yeah, Dynamite was the catalyst that really got me into this spiral of becoming a hardcore BTS fan. Like, if it wasn't for Dynamite, I don't think I would have fallen into this rabbit hole, because I watched Dynamite, then I watched like their choreography of Dynamite, and then one video led to another, and then I think it was their personalities and charisma that really drew me in, because before that, like, I was into their songs but I didn't really know who the members were. So yeah, Dynamite. It's Dynamite. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the songs on B. I think overall it's BTS's most cozy, most chill, most reflective album. I think that's the key word, reflective. And I think they reflected that through the concept photography. Very clever concept, very clever artistic direction. Congratulations to Kim Tae-young for a very clever concept visual concept. And yeah, I think it's just an album that is much needed in these current times. I'm really excited to see what BTS does next. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys thought of BTS's new album, what your favorite track on the album is. I think right now at this moment, I have Stay stuck in my head, but I think Fly to My Room is probably my favorite track on the album, and Jimin's vocals kill me every time. But I love all of them. Thank you guys so much for watching and for putting up with this curl right here. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!